So today, Monday, the 30th of March 2009, I'm looking back on the newspaper report of Sunday, the 29th of March, where there were 150 free speech and anti-war advocates picketing outside a federal courtroom in Toronto in the rain regarding George Galloway. And I'm very grateful for all those people who took the time on Sunday to go out and stand up for free speech for George Galloway. I'm also very grateful to hear that they identified the government that is involved in the censorship. Jason Kenney and the Conservatives have decided to eliminate a political adversary to satisfy their pressure group friends. And that's all very well. I understand why people do this. But think for a moment, why were there no 150 protesters getting out to stand up for the free speech of Ernst Zundel or David Irving or many, many other people? The simple answer is because it wasn't politically expedient. And then I hear Barbara Jackman saying in court, according to this article, this is legitimate political comment. This is not hate speech. Well, just who gets to say what is hate speech and what is legitimate political comment? Why don't we get to hear this first before the courts or someone in authority tells us? Why is it that these 150 people, many of whom I'm sure would share the leftist opinions of Mr. Galloway, or maybe are legitimately concerned about the whole question of what's going on in Palestine and in Israel, why are they not involved in free speech for anyone else but people they happen to choose to believe in? Why is free speech just for your friends and not for people you don't identify with? This is where I think Canada has gone astray. There's no concept of the principle of free speech, and it's all come down to the political expediency of who you happen to be admiring at any given time. There really will be no free speech at all if all it boils down to is who can raise the largest mob outside the courthouse to intimidate the judge into saying, oh, this is free speech, it's not hate speech. Or if you happen to have a larger mob outside screaming against the speaker, then the judge will say, well, this is hate speech, it's not free and fair and political comment. This is the same mob mentality that gave us the Bolshevik Revolution, it gave us the French Revolution, it gave us every concept of government authority, and it ended up in the end in total dictatorship, totalitarian mind control. Because if all it takes is a mob in the street and a judge with a willing, compliant attitude to the mob's attitude, then all of a sudden we have rule by mob, not rule by principle. And that's another really good reason why, in Canada, with its religion of multiculturalism, we need to free the West so that we can actually have free speech with real principles, with the idea that free speech is not just for me, it's for thee. It's not just for my friends, it's for everyone who wants to say something. We'll hear it, then we'll judge it. We won't let the court, the government, or the mob in the street decide who gets to speak. Free the West.